Welcome to the Naval Showcase. The Naval Showcase are a series of videos that takes a look at different fleets from different naval games. In this video, we'll take a look at a fleet from the game Dystopian Wars, released by Spartan Games. Spartan Games has since, well, they are no more, but the game is now a property of Warcradle. This video, however, will look at the fleet released during the Spartan Games era. These are the ships of the Federated States of America. In the world of Spartan Games' Dystopian Wars, the Confederate States, with the backing of the Kingdom of Britannia, won the American Civil War, leading to the formation of the Federated States of America, or the FSA. The FSA is also one of the newer powers in the world of Dystopian Wars. The ships seen here are from the starter box that Spartan Games released, but does not include the A-17 class bomber in this showcase. The range is much bigger, but this I thought was a great jump-off point. In this showcase, you'll see the Independence class battleship, the Lexington class cruiser, the Princeton class gunship, the Revere class corvette, and some tiny flyers. Here's the Independence class battleship, armed with a rocket battery as one of its ordnance. The FSA rocket batteries count as turrets in the game, which is different from the rocket batteries of the Empire of the Blazing Sun. Almost all of their ships are armed with these rocket turrets. All of the ships are powered by Element 270, a Philosopher's Stone type blue-green power source, and Laisu made sure to show its core in the figure. I think what makes this fleet stand out is actually the awareness of the painter of the detail in the model. The models like these are usually sculpted with a lot of detail, going in with a small detail brush and, well, a pool of different colored paints helps bring the detail out. There's so much detail in the figures, I had to rethink how I shoot the showcase, so I've added a small insert to show what the model looks like from the top. The Lexington cruisers are quite impressive, however. The configuration of aft guns, while adds to the firepower, limits how the ships are used. Painting ships can be a different discipline as compared to organic models or armor in a sci-fi or steampunk setting, so a different approach is needed. Picking out the detail patiently with minimal highlighting and light washes can give you magnificent results. The more detail you pick out, the better the miniature will look. Laisu even went as far as to properly acknowledge the rivets on the figure, which is a small detail but a strong addition to the overall look of the fleet. The Princeton class gunship boasts a pretty decent turret setup and can be dangerous when deployed properly. This, coupled with the bombard rule, makes this little ship a nasty proposition. There's a strong urge to hastily paint ships in fleets using dry brush and washes. This will give a good result, but having a look at this fleet, I hope, would give a chance to the prospective new painter a chance to explore this technique. This fleet was painted with a small selection of color which always unifies an army, and in this case, a fleet as well. As if the paint job was not good enough, Laisu added more to the fleet with the clever inclusion of decals. Each ship was named and the corresponding decal attached to it. The squadron of Lexingtons, for example, were given bird names to unify the ships as a squadron. Well, this just adds to the look of the already impressive fleet. So, let's talk about these flight bases. When I first had a look at this FSA fleet, my eyes went straight for these little flight bases. In the game, these are designated as tiny flyers, which can be included into the fleet as fighters, recon, dive bomb, or torpedo bombers. The FSA torpedo bombers is the most preferred, with its added range of flight and ack-ack. The paint job on these are very impressive, Laisu choosing to airbrush the base before working on each flyer. As you can see, he does work on each flyer, picking out the detail, adding out the decals for a very beautiful piece. I had to zoom the camera to show you the details on the figures, but it does not do these figures justice. You only have to compare how small these flyer bases are to the rest of the fleet to appreciate the workmanship. Laisu has managed to put this work out there with the best of them, and this fleet shows that he has pretty much mastered the basic requirements needed to give his showcases an award-winning vibe about them. So, that's pretty much it. I hope you like the fleet showcase, and I would love some encouragement to see if I should make more of these fleet showcases. So please like and subscribe. Oh, and comment if you have some thoughts on this fleet. Until the next one.